and Manju had invited me to come speak. And she shared with me about this one bill, SB 1166. So when I began to look at what this bill entailed, I couldn't believe it, frankly. I began to think about this whole idea of mandating surveys for children and getting so private, asking questions regarding their sexual activity. Mm-hmm. Why does the state want to collect that personal information regarding minors?
That's right.
Think about this for a moment. And then, of course, as I think Peter had mentioned about the climate standards, we all know this is nothing more than a social justice initiative. Mm-hmm. And I began to think about this for a moment, and I said, what if my 5-year-old, what if I was sent to our public school and we're Christians, and we teach her that homosexuality, transgenderism is wrong. It's not right. We respect people in that regard, but it's wrong. And she goes to school and being taught different, mm-hmm. and then being punished mm-hmm. if she does not comply. How does that look? What is the fundamental issue with this? And I begin to think about it even more deeper. The issue is this: when it comes to secular education, all it is the philosophy of secular humanism mm-hmm. being taught to our children. What is secular humanism? It's the reliance upon logic, reason, and naturalism while opposing everything supernatural. That is God, that is Jesus Christ, of course. And this, it goes even deeper because when you begin to think about the founding of this nation, going back to our second president, John Adams, he said something very, very clear. He said the Constitution is made for a moral and religious people. It is wholly inadequate for any other. So when you begin to think about the underpinnings of public education and where it's going, it is simply undermining our republic. Mm-hmm. When you go even deeper and you start thinking about the practicality of this. So if we're teaching our children the secular humanistic ideals, we're teaching them basically to be godless and soulless. And I'm not speaking in hyperbolic terms, because secular humanism assumes that there is no God. And if that's the case, who is then defining what's right and wrong? The state. And we're seeing where that's going. I want to leave you with a quote from Noah Webster. You all should know who he is. Mm-hmm. If you don't know who he is the father of American education and scholarship. He's actually from right here in Hartford, by the way. Read what he said 2 centuries ago. Listen to what he says, rather. Quote, every civil government is based upon some religion or philosophy of life. Education in a nation will propagate the religion of that nation. In America, the foundation of religion was Christianity. And it was sown into the hearts of Americans through the home and private and public schools for centuries. Our liberty, growth, and prosperity was the result of a biblical philosophy of life. Listen very carefully. Our continued freedom and success is dependent on our educating the youth of America in the principles of not secular humanism, but of Christianity. Yes. With that, I close. Thank you.
I didn't want to stop getting it.